What's going on, people, man? You're tuned into episode 9 of the Is Not Easy podcast, man. I'm pleased to have a new guest in the building. Vanessa, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
I'm really good, you know. It was despite the tricky start, yeah, all good.
We got there in the end.
How was your week?
My week's been good. I've had a couple of days off, so I can't complain.
Yeah.
Like, I feel refreshed.
Yeah, 100%. How have you? I guess we're in December now, really. How have you found, the year overall?
Honestly, I can't complain. I think
Yeah.
it's been a good year. I think I've loved this year, honestly. Yeah, I can't complain. It's been a really good year.
Yeah.
But even when my year is not so good, I still kind of say it's a good year anyway.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
this was actually good.
Yeah, absolutely. Would you say there's been any favorite moments or a standout moment where it's oh yeah, man?
Oh, I don't know. Do you know what? A lot of my nieces and nephews or whatever all turned one. Did they turn one? Quite a few of them turned one.
Yeah.
Hit milestones. I don't know. That was really nice for me to be involved in.
Yeah.
I've tried new things. Celebrated 5 years of my being married.
Amazing.
I guess, it's a
That's big.
milestone.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah. I don't know. Nothing specifically points out to me, but just
Overall,
every month's been good. Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
think
mean?
With the nephews point as well, because I've got nephews as well, and I think one turned 6 the other week, so it was good seeing them
Yeah,
grow.
they're growing. They're turning 1. They're turning 2. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're 6. I feel it's starting to make me feel old.
Yeah.
I'm not old though, but I really start to feel wow.
Yeah.
I
They're really
understand.
growing.
Yeah, when aunties and uncles haven't seen you in a long time, they go, wow,
You're
you've grown.
good.
Now
You start to see.
Now I totally understand their reaction and why they're so pressed on it.
Absolutely, yeah. It's great seeing that growth and I guess the evolution of them. But recently though, the temperatures have been scary though, man. How are you coping?
It's funny because I'm not a summer babe.
Okay, so yeah, winter.
Yeah, I'm born in autumn. So I don't love winter. I very much love autumn and fall. That sort of dry season where it's just dry.
Okay.
Winter, I don't like winter, but I love Christmas. I love the Christmas
Same.
holidays.
Yeah, I like winter.
I like celebrating that, but I don't like being cold now.
Yeah.
So
I think
I'm struggling.
I think the Christmas. I think the family time is most sticks out to me. I guess the opportunity to chill, speak with family that you may not have had the opportunity to for the past few months and so on and so forth.
No, it's
It
good
is
vibes.
big. Yeah.
Work is not serious.
Yeah.
Everybody's just trying to make it to the holidays.
Yeah.
Everyone's in a good mood. I mean, you're spending loads of money, but it's a thing where you just have to close your eyes and just do it. It's
Yeah.
whatever.
Just firm it, innit?
Yeah, firm it. The movies, it's just good
Yeah.
vibes. And do you know what I mean? It's hard. If you're a Grinch, it's really bad.
Yeah.
But it's hard to I find that it's hard to be a Grinch.
Yeah. You gotta enjoy it. You gotta to take it all in. I'm even seeing online a few people are saying, all you people who say you love winter, now you're seeing it.
Oh yeah, no. I think they just love the fact that you can be home and cozy,
Yeah.
but not the actual cold.
Yeah. That's the thing, because I don't know. I always kind of see it that and they always say it's easier to warm up as opposed to to
100%,
cool down.
yeah, that's why I prefer it.
Yeah, do you know what I
hard
mean?
Yeah, because it's hard to cool down.
Yeah.
100%.
Whereas it's easier to put a jacket on or put the heater on, I guess, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. And so, but I guess it has been a good and blessed year. I did want to jump into you and your field and your career. Of course, in project management.
Yeah.
I want to start off with as a bit of a question. So, if you had to explain project management to
To someone.
a 7-year-old,
I have to dumb it down.
yeah, how would you say the nooks and cranny of it?
Honestly, project management is it's the management of a project.
Yeah.
But a lot of I think where people get confused is what can be classified as a project.
Okay.
So anything can be a project. So anything that has anything that's time bound.
Okay.
Anything that's unique, anything that has a budget, that has some sort of scope is a project. So it could be something small like setting up this studio, for example. That could be classified as a project. We have to set up the studio on Thursday at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Because they're hosting a cooking show, for example. Deal with it. That's your project.
That's a project.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
How can I get everything there at the same time? So that's what I'm saying. It's time bound. it's got a budget, and there's like a clear scope and it's deliverable.
Yeah.
And you just manage the process of that.
How would you say you found it, like over the years, like being in the industry? Are there things that, like, I guess, any elements that you've particularly enjoyed about it, or some that you dislike about it?
I do. There are quite a few cons, and I do talk a lot about them because people. I don't know. I feel like project management is glamorized.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know, but for me, it's honestly just something cool and good to get into if you can.
Yeah.
But it's not like. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, that's me. Yeah, I don't glamorize anything. Anything that is hard work is not it. But I would say like a con for me would be I don't know if you're like put on something that you're not really interested in.
Okay.
Like having to do a project that you don't really like, you're not passionate about, that you don't care about. Can be quite demotivating because it's like you just don't want to do it. You're involved.
You're not interested.
Yeah, you're not interested. Another con is you can be really busy. And yeah, like you're holding a lot of responsibility.
Okay.
That's like for me the downsides or whatever. But for me, the pros I would say is like just meeting people, connecting with different types of people, building relationships.
Yeah.
Being exposed to like different things that are going on in the business. You're like, wow, this is, I don't know, like how the whole right now everyone's talking about machine learning and AI and stuff like that. So I mean, imagine being put on something that's you haven't heard about, but it's new, and then you're like, oh, okay, what's this? Oh, this is interesting. Do you know what I mean? Then you kind of learn and
build from there.
Yeah. So those sort of things is what I would say I enjoyed the most.
Yeah. How would you say your like gateway into it? Or how did that come about? And was it something that was intentional, or did you stumble across it?
Vanessa, I don't even know what to say. Vanessa is not a serious babe. I'm serious, but I am very much where the money is where I'll go.
Okay.
I am not. No. I've never been. I have to be a lawyer. I have to be. I'm not that sort of person. I am very much. Oh, this does well. Like, oh, this pays this much.
It's lucrative, right?
It's lucrative. Oh, I've got the skills. I feel like I can do that. Oh, I could enjoy that. Okay, if I do, like, I can be like sort of like technical and planny in that sense.
Yeah.
If it's gonna help me get somewhere, then I'm gonna go for it and I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm not really like passion for me is on the side, and I'll always be doing it, but I don't chase my passion like in my career sort of thing.
Okay, that's quite interesting though, because I guess in society, like, we are kind of told to chase your passion, right? And to chase.
Yeah, but passion doesn't pay the bills. Not at the beginning.
Yeah, it's fair.
Not at the beginning. I mean, I guess as well, it depends what sort of background you're coming from.
Yeah.
And whether you have that support and help. It depends. Like if you're from a background where you've got a family, they've got money sort of thing, you've got things to fall back on. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
You can afford to go and do
you
that.
can afford to chase your passion. But
that's the thing.
Well, I don't know if it's a reality, but for most of the people that I guess my background and where I've come from, it was our reality was not to chase your passion. Like what the heck?
What pays the bills, innit?
Yeah, and then you chase your passion after or during.
So
but I just do it during. But I mean, do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So it's not something I wouldn't say I didn't fall into it, but I did intentionally go. Like I did sort of intentionally get into it, but with all of those things that I said before, like, taking that into account.
Yeah. I think it is interesting because I guess the saying that you always hear, like, if you do what you love for a living, you never work a day in your life, right? But I guess you got to find a balance. Yeah. But how I kind of see it though is I guess is kind of what you touched on, like how I've kind of approached it is sort out your career or your like income first, and then you can venture into a passion as you can afford to now.
I say do it at the same. Yeah, I do it at the same time.
Yeah.
Because that's what's gonna fund your passion as well. But again, it depends on what you want to do. It depends on the sort of person you are as well, and where you are in life. Yeah. I think, has a lot to play into it as well.
All depends. Yeah.
I think do you know what I mean? Like I always tell my younger sister. Yeah. She's the youngest. Well, no, not the youngest, but she's the youngest or whatever. Yeah. But I would tell her, do it on the side. Do you know what I mean? But chase your passion a bit more. But that's because I know I can support you. Yeah. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. But me being the oldest, no, there's no way like I can There's no way I was like able to do that.
Had to have the things sorted out first, innit?
Yeah, just have life sorted. And I mean, back then, I don't know, passion, like chasing passion wasn't really a thing as well.
A bit different as times have changed,
right? It's different
right?
now, yeah.
Social media and stuff,
do you know what I mean?
It's become more...
It was always a career
thing first.
It was never really or what are you interested in? Like, do it, sort of. It was just, forget that. You're going to be a lawyer, doctor, engineer, one of those.
Go find, It's interesting. I did want to touch, because I did see one of your videos, you said that climbing up the corporate ladder as a black woman is a myth.
Oh, do you know what?
I want you to unpack that for us. How you meant by that it is a myth.
So climbing up the corporate ladder, do you know what it is? Yeah, you can do it if you can do. It's definitely something you can do.
Yeah,
but it is hard.
Yeah,
and it's hard even more being a black woman. I don't say it. I don't mean it because I don't say it in a way where it's. I don't know. I don't know. Let me not give too much of my opinion.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's more so because do you know what? It's really hard, but do you know what it is? If you are someone that loves, like, you can lick bum for like a long time,
then
and stuff, then you can fly. But it is hard because you are doing the most.
Yeah.
But it's like, for what? Because I don't know. I feel like once you get there,
what's it really all for, really, isn't it?
What is it really all for? And like, do you know what it is? I appreciate people that want, because I have a friend that wants to do something like that, but she wants to do it because she wants to be, like, she wants to pave the way for other people. Okay, and I'm like, that's great. Yeah. And I love that and I admire that, but I am not going to be that person. Do you get it? I can't be that person. It's
not. I guess it's not a road that everybody has to walk, right? No. It's a road that select people who feel chosen or led to do that will go ahead and do that.
And I feel like the way the world is and the way everything is now, it's like you don't even need to do that to earn the most.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that to get like good skills and to be doing well. So that's why that's what I mean by it.
Yeah.
There's no point. Like,
trying to climb
there's
that.
Not. Yeah, you can do that in a total different lane, in a total different path. Do you know what I mean? Whereas before that was the only way.
Yeah.
So I just tell people forget about it.
Yeah, I think it's so interesting because I guess over the years, like trying to climb the corporate ladder, I guess like in how you approach it and what it is on a playing level is just flying up the ranks and moving up the ranks and gaining more seniority and of course pay as well, hopefully anyway. But I guess is it a big ambition for people anymore? I don't think I think it's kind of shifting, isn't it?
It's shifted 100%.
Yeah.
Like I feel like a lot of people just are like, you know, like have woken up as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah. It's actually not for me to climb.
Yeah.
That ladder is not for me. Do you know what I mean? I can go and earn the same and even more doing something else. I can actually go and do something that I enjoy. I can, I can feel involved and feel part of. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doing other things, not climbing the ladder. There's also some people that just want to do their job and go home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's that simple, yeah.
So it's one of those. But for me, it was because I wanted to be that person.
Yeah.
So I'm like, do you know what? Nah, Vanessa, I'm not that person. I'm not going to do it.
I think, I guess another reason or element of that is the priorities that have shifted. So I think, I guess, let's say 20 or 30 years ago, the priority was to be a professional, build and grow, and become like a manager, or to become a store manager, or whatever it may be. Whereas now, I feel like people just want to be comfortable and earn well and live a comfortable life. I feel like that has shifted as well in that workspace. So I think you're seeing that in how people approach it, really. Yeah. As opposed to how working has changed now in terms of hybrid working, how have you enjoyed that shift? Because I know in your time in the industry, how have you enjoyed the shift of having the flexibility of
I love it. I work from home.
Yeah.
I work from home. I've got a remote job. I love it. Before, it was obviously full-time in the office, blah, blah, blah. Then I think I had another role somewhere else where it was hybrid. And it's not bad. But when you're in the corporate world doing hybrid, it's not even hybrid.
Yeah.
You're in that office.
You're in the office, yeah. Yeah, you're in there a lot still.
Do you know what I mean? Especially when you're new. Like I'm saying, everything, even when you can be, you can have as many years in the industry, but whenever you are new in a company, it doesn't matter whether you've got 10 years or whatever experience or whatever. You have to pass your probation.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you have to.
You don't have that luxury of real hybrid working and stuff like that. You're gonna be there a bit more, and obviously being young as well. So they're gonna expect more from you. You're trying to prove yourself, blah blah blah. So I mean, I don't know. I would say it's hard, but whereas when things are remote, it's perfect.
Is it something that you negotiate, like in your contracts, to like have fully remote?
No, I applied for fully remote.
So you go for that.
That's why. Yeah.
You go for it.
I go for that. But then where it's hybrid, so before it was hybrid, and I worked in hybrid roles, but I do try to negotiate the days that I come in. So obviously before you apply, you sort of know.
Yeah.
So they're like, 2, 3, and I always just say 2 max.
Same.
But I want to choose my days.
Yeah.
And that too, just tell me, it's either that or just tell me how many times I need to be in at the month. But let me decide when I want to do it.
Yeah.
I might do 1 day, 1 week, 2 days, another week, or whatever. But again, and I also, something I do like to emphasize a lot, especially this is once like I've come in, I'm sort of past my probation and blah blah blah, is where I say, look, if I'm gonna come in, it needs to be for purpose, to collaborate, for this, for that.
Meetings,
Like, why are we coming in just to be to be in meetings all day? It's a bit pointless.
Just to be there.
Let's do it at home. Or I feel like there has to be purpose.
Yeah.
When you're coming into the office.
Yeah.
Things have changed and we just need to adapt. Being in lockdown, all of and that sort of stuff. I've got new commitments. Do you know what I mean? I've got different things that I have to take on that are part of my life. So if I finish work at 5, I have something to do at 5:45.
Yeah.
I
can't be travelling in that time.
I can't be travelling at that time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of flexibility, and I feel like people are open to it. But again, it depends the industry.
Yeah.
It depends what you're trying to do. Sometimes you have to just shush and just
get on with it
and
build your way up first. You know what I've also noticed about that is, I had the same thing, because I would like be in the office and I'm like, everyone's just on their laptops doing their own thing anyway. So what is the collaborative like element that they always speak about? What is it really? Because everyone's in the office like on their laptops working, like even the meetings are still being done virtually via Teams anyway.
Yes, it's the thing, we're on Teams but we're all here.
We're all here. Do you know what I mean? So I guess like the priority of it was, I guess the element of, is it worth me actually being in the office for, is a key thing that you kind of have to think about. I guess in different industries it's different as well, because I'm assuming with the project management, like you are able to just be fully virtual and not be in, whereas like I work in PR, so quite often with like brainstorms and I guess media sellings also, it is kind of beneficial being in the office, like your teammates, I guess, to help with the like sharing of ideas and collaboration. It is kind of helpful, but
I would say it's the same for project management though.
Okay.
It is helpful when you are in.
Yeah.
That's how because a lot of what we do is like relationship building as well.
Okay.
With our stakeholders. So I mean, you can do so much virtually, but again, if you're in, it's better.
Yeah, it's helpful.
Yeah, I feel like with anything though, like any work that you do that involves people,
it's better in person.
It is better in person.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But if we're gonna do it in person, let us do it. So if we have like a massive, like you say, brainstorming and stuff like that, let's be in and let's do that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Oh, on Tuesday we're gonna brainstorm X, Y, and Z. All right, fine, we're all gonna be there. But if it's to come in and to just do the normal day to day,
it's not really worth the time, is it?
It's like, okay,
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. I don't know. I just don't see the benefit of it. I feel like I don't, and that's only because of what we've encountered. But if lockdown and working from home, all of those things never happened for me, I'm like, work from home, like how? Do you know what I mean?
How
but we see that it works.
But it's so true, because obviously, being someone who, of course, was working pre COVID-19, how was that for you, like working and 5 days a week in the office? How was that experience like?
I don't know. I did it.
Like
I honestly, when I look back, I'm like, wow. I can actually
traveling, like there's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot, but we did it. I did it. It was not a thing. That is what you do. If you don't want to go in, you're sick. If you don't want to go in, you take annual leave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? I worked in a place where there was no such. It was 5 days in the office, but with your manager, if there's like a day where you maybe can't come in because you've got a delivery or something, you can talk to your manager and be like, I'm going to work from home today.
Yeah.
But it's not something that you do often.
Yeah,
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can do it when you can. But I did it. And honestly, we can go back to it as long as it stops once it hits September.
Yeah.
It's too cold.
Yeah. It is nuts. I feel like, and I always speak to people about it as well. Like, I speak to people, of course, who are a bit older than me, who have worked pre-COVID-19. And they always say, like, I'm not sure how we did it, but I guess it was I think the quote unquote lockdown and restrictions, it just shifted everyone's point of view of what is worth our time, and the like time consuming elements of traveling in, and also like the energy that of being in the office and lunch and team meetings and stuff. Like it just shifted like massively.
I think a lot of businesses, I don't know if they've learned this, but I've learned that what's it called? Most people spend like 2 hours, 3 hours traveling.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's so much time out of your day, innit?
So do you know what I mean? And so when they come in, they're tired. They're not in the mood.
Yeah.
Then it's like after lunchtime, they're thinking, "How am I gonna get home? I need to beat the traffic."
Yeah.
They're gonna. When I hear people getting home at like 8 p.m, I'm like, then what are you doing? Just going to bed and come back. They're like, yeah, and we do the next day. I'm like, you've got a family. Like, how are you doing that? When we were coming in, everyone was always sick, calling in sick.
Yeah.
I think productivity was low.
Okay.
But I think working from home, I don't know, because some people say they're more productive in the office. But I guess it depends.
Yeah.
But I find that I'm more productive at home because, I'm going to start early today. Because I'm awake. I can.
You got the time.
Let me do it.
Yeah.
It won't hurt me. I'm going to work a bit later. It won't hurt me. I'm at home.
Yeah.
I think it's the commute that kills everything. It's just commute.
It does, yeah. Especially
you know
when you live a bit further outside London as well.
That's the thing,
yeah.
Commute.
It is a lot. And I used to always think as well, like, I guess, the days in the office, because, my journey from Grays into London, like, an hour and a half of my day already gone.
That's long.
Coming a bit tired or train delays. It just, it really... a big part of the experience it drags out. But it's interesting. I did actually see, because I did a lot of reading, and I did actually see obviously a lot of businesses are of course starting to bring people back in and demanding that.
Oh yeah, they're trying that right now as well.
They're trying it. Do you think that the future of corporate working, do you think it's gonna shift back eventually?
If we're talking corporate, you will never have a fully remote job in a corporate in corporate.
Yeah.
If it is fully remote, maybe it's I don't know, temp or I don't know, part time.
Yeah.
But there's always gonna be like
some office time.
There will always be office time. I mean, unless that job specifically is remote. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like they will never close the offices. The banks will never close the offices. The insurance firm, they will never close the offices. People have to be like, that's part of the control,
and they need it, and especially because I was reading all of the office spaces in the building, like in central London, during of course the COVID time where a lot of people weren't going in, like a lot of capital was lost in that time where of course the offices aren't being used, even down to bars and restaurants that all benefit from a lot of footfall.
I don't see why they just didn't downsize.
It's true.
You know what I mean? It depends on where you are, because the trading floor, like when I used to work in banking and stuff, the trading floor was always full. Like they need the office to trade, to do their sales and stuff like that. Where you've got people in the other part of the business. I work in IT.
Okay.
So I'll say, when it comes to IT, please, we don't need to be there. We don't need
different industries, right? Yeah, it's true.
We don't need it. Like, we can actually do our work from home.
Yeah.
Like, technology has allowed us to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But there are some roles where you have to be in the office. Like,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? And it's just better, like, you know what I mean? Like all the traders and stuff like that.
Definitely.
The screens are all there. You know, they've got full concentration. Probably at home, that would be like a mess.
Yeah.
So I guess it depends
very
what
different.
you do as well.
Yeah, it's true. I did want to also touch upon, because I've seen that you previously said that you are kind of behind or advise jumping roles every 24 months, or like there's an idea that like you're not totally against. Are there any reasons as to why like you feel like it can be helpful?
I think it's helpful because that's the only way you can beat inflation. I feel like that's the only. Your company is not going to give you just a 10k, 20k increase like that.
That's not how it works, isn't it?
That's not how it works. For you to be able to beat inflation is you need to just move jobs. But so sometimes it's move companies.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's your role your job title needs to change because that title is just not in demand anymore.
Yeah.
You know, they're cutting and blah blah blah. Sometimes it's move to a different country.
Yeah.
You know, it's just all to beat inflation.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. That's how you progress. That's how like you do well. I have a friend that has worked in the same company since we were in college, since we left college.
Oh, wow.
And she's still there now. She's doing well. She tells me she gets promotions, pay rises and stuff like that. But her as a person, she hates, like, she has fear of like starting again and being new somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I feel like you only feel that way because you've never done it. You get it?
You get comfortable as well.
You get comfortable. But she's so but then you also, her staying there for so long, she's like comfortable, but she's built her, solid relationships with people.
Yeah.
Built a
rapport,
the stuff that she does. I even like, girl, do you work?
Yeah. That's what I've noticed.
Do you know what I mean? So she's got that benefit. Do you know what I mean? And it's cushy enough for her. I guess everyone is different. If you're someone that you literally just want to get your bills paid, enjoy life because she's not struggling.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're just that sort of person.
Yeah.
Then by all means, you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm someone that gets bored easily. Once I know how to do what I need to do, I'm itching. I need to move.
A new challenge, a new opportunity.
New opportunity. I always want more money. I always want to try something new. So I'm like, the only way that you can do that is by moving. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think you're right in the pros and cons because, when you come across people who have been in an organisation for 5 or 10 years, there are certainly some pros in terms of their familiarity and the sort of authority that they're able to have in the workplace.
Oh, yeah.
As you've been there 10 years.
Don't cross them.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Make sure I don't have your back.
Do you know what I mean?
When it's with you and them.
Exactly, do you know what I mean? So definitely like a lot of pros in that regard. But I think, like personally, like in terms of the 24-month thing, I probably do agree with it in the sense of, like beating inflation, man. Like, especially like in these times when interest rates and so on and so forth, like I guess being confident that in the past year I've risen like 5k or 10k in salary, like it's like it builds a confidence with it, and I just think, okay, like at least I've improved over the past year, and that doesn't always happen when you stay in one organisation. It can do, like you do get like, a lot of I know a lot of people who in the organisations, like every year you get a percentage of the profits and stuff. So that you do get some improvement.
You do. Like, and again, I think it depends, again, your industry.
Yeah.
Like, I have a few friends that work in sales. They are getting pay rises every week. Every week, my friend says to me, my husband got a pay rise. My husband got a pay. And it's funny, like, and it's because that's the industry that they're in.
That, yeah.
And they get fat commissions as well at the end of the year. But sometimes, but there's also like pros and cons into that. You need to work. Like they're working. They're not sitting there, not like twiddling
the hours
their fingers.
are crazy.
So like, they can stay in one company and like sort of do well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And again, because they then build that rapport there, so they're well known, and do you know what I mean? So they can rise. And obviously, I think within sales, there's so many like the roles. There's BDR, SDR. I hear so many there's bare things. So there's bare things. There's loads of things you can do within that industry as well to not even
a lot of segments.
Yeah, so you don't have to like sort of leave.
Yeah.
You just need to do your 6 months here and then progress, hit your target there. So I feel like there's always constant progression in those sort of fields.
Yeah.
But I feel like even in project managers, not that much progression like that. In that sense of like, or if you compare it to sales or to something else.
Yeah.
I think it depends as well. If you want progression and you want to do new projects, you want to get into a different industry.
Yeah.
What if you're just in like you want to come out of IT and maybe go to the creative side, media, digital marketing. Yeah. You have to leave them to do that. Do you know what I mean? So
I guess it opens more doors and you move, and I guess it does allow you to also like build more like relationships in different industries and different organizations. Like staying in one place. There's already so many people you're gonna come across in one organization. So
I think it's a personality thing as well.
Exactly. Some people just
introvert.
stay.
Yeah, if you're introvert, you don't really care. Honestly, I think it's a personality thing. I think out of my friends, there's maybe only 2 of us that are always like on the go, giddy.
On the go, yeah.
The rest are calm. They don't care. Like, and it's not because they're not what's the word? It's not because they don't have drive or don't have passion, or because they're not ambitious.
It's just that,
but it's just different.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's very true. You know, in your experience and your time in the industry, how have you found? Are you someone who has found interviews quite easily to perform and like put your best foot forward, or is it was it more of a process for you?
I've learned to be good at interviews.
Yeah.
I was really bad. No, I didn't. Well, I thought I was really good. Until I would never get the job.
Okay.
Then my husband was like, "Babe, look, put your chest down. Clearly, there's something wrong with your interviewing skills."
Yeah.
Because they always like that means your CV's good because they always
bringing you in.
But after the interviews, what happens? So it's like there must be something.
Yeah.
There's something there. That
True.
You're not executing well. So it's something I've definitely like learned.
Yeah.
To be good at.
Yeah. So like over the years, are there any like skills or techniques that you've been able to utilize and is yielded I guess fruits or benefits on your part?
In terms of like interviews.
Yeah.
I feel like even if you're not looking for a job, you should look for a job to practice interviewing. Because I feel like when you haven't done it for a long time, it's very nerve-wracking and it's very like you become rusty.
Yeah.
So I do think sometimes just do it to know that you still got it.
Yeah.
The intention is probably not even to take the job. But if you get it, then it's great. But I mean, it's just to practice on your interview. So I always say so that's something that I've learned to do that. And again, it's not just about, I always say to people, it's not just about whether you can do the job. A lot of it is down to personality. They want to know if you're going to click with the team. They want to know, am I going to get along with this person?
Yeah.
Your CV already shows that you can do it.
About
they're just trying to shift are you vibes? Do you know what I mean? That's usually why there's different stages. The first stage is usually just vibes. So, okay, I want to see if you're vibes.
If you're a cool person, yeah.
And the second stage is usually a bit more technical, a bit more like you're meeting senior. So then you have to be a bit like, okay, prove now what's on your CV. So that's what I'm saying. It's not always because I can do the job. You can, if it's between you and somebody else that can do the job, but you're probably better at doing the job. Yeah. But they have a much better personality or
people person, yeah.
Or whatever it is that manager's looking for, they will get it over you.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you know what I mean? So I always say, when they tell you the names of who's interviewing, go and check them or find them on Facebook.
Yeah.
Google them.
LinkedIn.
Go and find them.
I use that LinkedIn, man. If I got an interview, you have to.
Always. And see, okay, cool.
What are they like?
What
like
you
tell.
Where did you go? Wherever are you from? Okay.
Where did you study?
Do you know what I mean?
All things like that, right?
And those are the sort of things that you connect when you have, like, do you know what I mean? That's how you build relationships, and that's how you get them to like you.
Absolutely. And I guess on that point as well of like being like a people person and someone that I guess the hiring manager sees in you that you can fit well in a team. How have you found the experience of like having to gel or do I guess extra curricular activities in terms of like work drinks and stuff? How have you found that in your time?
I say everywhere in the beginning, just go and do it.
Yeah.
Do it. You do not want to be the only person.
Let's get involved, isn't it?
Get involved. And just, you have to get involved. Honestly, yes, a lot of things is just do it until you pass probation. Because after probation, it's hard for them to get rid of you.
Yeah, it's harder.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But before that, you need to make people like you. And also you learn, like, oh my gosh, speaking to people like at work drinks and stuff like that, you learn so much more about them. You learn so much more about the business, about what people do. You like get good connections. And that's where the truth always comes out. So I always say 100%. Don't drink too much. You got to be the sober one. Let them drink. Let them do all the talking.
Yeah. You just be attentive, innit?
And you find out everything that's going on. You find out everything. So I always say go. But again, if you can't go, you can't go. But don't always not go. It just shows. It's like any friendship. Like, you're obviously not great friends, but in a friendship group, when you've got a friend that just never wants to come out, it's like,
that commitment that
you know what I mean? You're like, all right, bye. Like, we're not really. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. You don't want to be like, oh no, she never comes.
She's always busy, isn't she?
She's always busy. She's boring.
Yeah.
You have nothing to talk about. No one likes that sort of person. So never be the first one to say no, and
you get stuck in
don't
a
have
bit
to
involved,
go all the time.
But be a frequent face around.
Yeah, be a frequent face that people know you. It's that's it.
Yeah, because I was even seeing some people this topic it came up online recently, and I saw some people say, oh, like if you want to keep a job, you better be going to those work drinks, because it's all about the like team cohesion and just being you know, I've also noticed it's so important to be a presence in the workplace, in terms of like being someone where if things get a bit tough in the organization or they have to make cuts, you want to be someone who like don't want to get rid of you because like you know what you bring.
Valued,
like you're valued, and that's not only even on a skills and a technical level, but also on like a social side. Like what this person brings towards the team that is like valuable. So I've also like noticed that a lot where like you have to be conscious of the other side of your social skills. Like how do you speak, or how do you communicate, you know, with your teammates, so that like you're just someone who wants to be around. Like you want to be around them.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too annoying as well.
Yeah,
so it's about finding the balance, really.
100%. Yeah. I guess it's an area that I've tried to improve over the years and time, to like being someone that like you can speak to and you can have that relationship with.
You're not that sort of person.
Well, to be fair, I'm usually quite like an open and talkative person, but sometimes like in the workplace I get into my own shell. I've got my headphones in. I'm flowing my tunes. I'm just working. But then sometimes you have to speak like you do have to open up. But it's interesting, like I was reading some research the other day, and it said, of course, with Christmas around the corner, it said that 1 in 4 adults are going to use the buy now pay later for their festive spending. And it was quite interesting, and the research also said that a lot of people are going to, the percentage of people who are using the buy now pay later has risen over the past year, of course, as we know, in these times. You know, with buy now pay later services like Klarna and so on and so forth, how do you feel about them? Like, how's been like, you know, your approach or attitude
I don't use it
towards them? You don't use it?
No, I don't use it. If I don't have the money, I'm not buying it.
Yeah,
that's it. If something has like benefits to like my credit or anything, then I'll probably do it.
Yeah.
Other than that, honestly, I don't.
Yeah.
It's not my thing. I just don't.
Yeah. There's no real need.
I don't find the need in it. But that's the thing. If you're gonna use, it's like, what's the point of it? Okay, if you have the money to do it, like, why are you buying now and paying later?
Yeah.
Has it got a benefit? If it's got a benefit, then I'll do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if it's gonna improve my credit, I think everything's for credit. If it's gonna help me improve my credit, like having a credit card, then fine, I will use it. But if it's literally like there's no purpose, it's just that is there to defeat me. That is there to destroy me.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's how I see it. And I'm like, I will stay away.
Yeah.
I'm a spender. So I'm stay away.
I think it's quite interesting because so I've used it in the past, and and my approach it was to use it. So if I'm buying gifts and it's like I've got the money for it, but I'd rather not pay for it all now.
You want it to go a bit.
Yeah. But then you could also say, someone could say, well, then that means you don't have the money for it then. Because if you did...
I get what you... No. I think I sort of get it. You don't want to see that big payment at the same time.
Exactly.
You'd rather break it down.
Yeah.
Then, do that. But just make sure you have the money.
Yeah, exactly.
When they're coming to take
it. Like, be reasonable.
Like,
don't just think, okay, this is 1.5 thousand bag. Like, do it on there. Like, be reasonable.
I feel like you can be smart with it. Okay, because I've got to pay for other things. Like, let me break it down. But I know next month, like I know whenever the payments due, the money's gonna be there.
Yeah.
And I think there's no harm in that.
Yeah.
But if you don't, like, you're using it because you don't have the money. Please,
you're gonna get yourself in trouble.
Yeah,
you're gonna get
man.
yourself in trouble.
Honestly, it's not worth it, man.
It's not worth it. Yeah, it is not worth it.
Not at all.
You know, when you approach the festive period, do you ever feel like, oh my gosh, like it's gonna be expensive, man? How what's your approach towards it?
It's definitely. My husband's birthday's in September. My anniversary's in October. My birthday's in November. My dad's birthday's in November. His mum and his brother's birthday's in November. Oh yeah, his mum's birthday's in November. My mum's birthday's in December. We've got Christmas.
It's a lot.
I already know.
Yeah.
You already, like, it is what it is.
Just got to firm it.
I just
get on with it.
Just get on with it. Close your eyes. But then, I mean, at the same time, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like why are we making it a big thing as well? Like, not everything has to be expensive as well. I do have a few people hitting milestones this year.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law's turning 30. Like, she's like one of my best friends. My mum's turning 50. So I know I'm going to give.
Yeah.
So that's okay. When you've got I've got so many little children around me. Honestly, I was telling my friend the other day, I'm going to the pound shop for them because their gifts are going to be from the pound shop because they don't even know what anything is.
What the true value is anyway, yeah.
There's a book, there's a toy, there's this. They don't care, do you know what I mean? But it's all part of, getting them to unwrap it and stuff like that. But when it's like other meaningful things, it is what it is, you know what I mean? Get it? But sometimes it doesn't always have to be. I think it depends on what it is as well. Like, I find a lot of good deals on Groupon, voucher.
Okay.
You know, I feel like when you're giving somebody something, a gift that is like meaningful, or like they're actually going to need it and want it, you don't see it as a cash loss.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Oh, we're going to give our in-laws a massage. They need like they want it. Let's give it. Oh, this person wants this person wants this. Do you know what I mean? So you just give it. Oh, I know they love candles. I'm going to get them a nice candle because you know they're going to love it. It doesn't matter how much it costs, but really they love candles. I feel like it's all about it's how you gift
and the meaning and the meaning
behind it. Yeah. Like, I was like, don't get me like ask me for a list. I've always got a list. I'll tell you what I want. But do you know what I mean?
But do you like that? So, like, you know, with me and my girlfriend, we do lists. But she's sometimes against it because, like, she doesn't always want to know what she's gonna get. No. She likes the I guess the spontaneous element of it. So, like, how do you like? Would you rather like always know what you getting if it's something that you want, or you like the surprise element of it?
I like both. I'll give you a list, but again, you should know what I like. So it might not be. I might say I want this specific perfume, but if you know I like a certain scent, you can get me another one.
Okay.
Oh, you know I love green. You're gonna get me a green bag. You're gonna get me this. Those sort of things. It doesn't mean it has to be the Apple AirPod Max. Like
the exact thing.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the exact thing sometimes. Unless there's exact things that you want. Sometimes there's exact things. I wanted the Apple. I got the Apple Watch.
Yeah.
I got the camera. Do you know what I'm trying to say? There's certain things, true. But other things is like I like robes. To get me rich. Do you know what I mean? She likes being cozy.
I kind of heard that as well because I guess I don't know, and it could be like a man thing, but like I kind of like the what's the word I'm looking for? The like simpleness of it, of just like here's a list. There's 3 things you want from this list.
Yeah, because you guys are.
I'll get some things off it, and then we're cool.
That's it.
Everyone's happy. Everyone's good.
I think you guys love it.
But then I do. I'm starting to understand more that like you do have to be like a bit more open into the idea of like a surprise every now and again doesn't hurt, and
it doesn't hurt.
It helps.
Well, it can't be a rubbish surprise.
Yeah.
If you don't like flowers, why are you getting them flowers? It's great. You surprise them, but you're not with something that's valuable.
Yeah.
So I was like, babe, don't get me. If you want a surprise me what I like.
yeah, it's true. You know, and also the element that we talked about earlier about I guess the Christmas spending. So with me, like I know it's gonna be a fairly pricey period because even like family stuff and gifts and so on and so forth. But like a bit like you said, you kind of you close your eyes and you just film it because it's family time, and like if you value that highly, you're gonna be fine with the costs that come alongside it. Yeah. It's almost like if you value your children highly enough, you don't mind the costs that come alongside the children. So it's kind of like I don't mind it because I know like it's family time.
I think
there's no other time like this.
Yeah, I think everyone knows.
There's no other.
It just is what it is. Yeah, everyone knows Christmas is gonna spend money.
Yeah,
That's it. Just let's spend it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you're job hopping, you're doing your thing.
For 24-month rule,
it'll
right?
be alright, you know, because everything's so expensive
rule.
now. But I mean, some people save for it, you know, stuff like that. Sometimes I would say get things early.
Yeah.
Start getting them from Black Friday sales.
That's true. I never really do that, you know. I've never really been like a big like a Black Friday grabbing gifts guy. Like I just get whatever I want, like when I want it. I don't really buy into the sales. Oh, you big on the sales though. Like
if I know someone wants something,
and
it's pricey, I will see if it comes in a sale. If it comes in a sale,
it makes sense, innit?
Yeah, like why not?
Be efficient.
Giving them what they want. Or sometimes like certain things I know. Like sometimes we like to gift our parents holidays.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we'll wait till January. which is like you might not get your gift in December, but we're gonna give you a holiday, so we'll buy it in January. It's a bit cheaper.
Oh, what sort
depending and stuff like that. So I don't always gift them.
Yeah. Are you referring to like January flights being cheaper than December flights, or
no,
the
just,
time to buy it?
Just the time to buy it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just the time to buy it. Whenever there's times where there's price drops. It depends again.
Yeah.
Some holidays, I know too, we do a lot of like January sales and stuff like that. December.
Yeah.
So it's better to just book it then.
Yeah, book at the right time.
Please, everyone's trying to cut costs.
Yeah.
It's not that deep. Buy things on sale. It's okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or that's what we do.
Yeah. Do you have any tips or like approaches that you use, when you're booking flights? Because with us, like, we just kind of like.
Oh, I'm the worst person.
Is it?
Yeah, I just book it.
You just book it, wherever it is, what isn't it?
I tell you what, I book it and I give it to the man to deal with.
Okay.
If it's too much and it's too expensive, figure it out. But this is where I want to go. This is what I want to do. So if you've got any coupons or that's for him to do. But this is it. I said this is
where you know.
And then he does the rest. But I ain't got no I think there's certain days of the week where you travel that are usually cheaper.
Yeah.
And early morning flights are usually cheaper.
Yeah, but I don't like them, man. I really hate like getting up so early, like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. But I guess you kind of.
It depends how much cheaper it is as well, innit? It depends where you're going as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, if it's like £200 difference, I don't even bother. But when it's like big, I'm like, okay, let's get it.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
it makes sense.
Well, that difference, we're gonna spend it anyway on trying to get on something else. But to save a £500-300, it's like, oh, that's a big saving. But for me, I'm like, oh, that's
spend
nothing.
Anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna spend
it.
You know what I mean? So I think I don't really have much tips for that. Honestly.
But you just whatever works kind of time, innit? Yeah.
Yeah, like holidays usually cost a lot, unfortunately. But we go far. Okay. Do you know what I mean?
I've never been too far, I haven't been like crazy far. I think the furthest I've probably been is like Morocco. Like I don't think I've been like anything over like a 5-hour flight.
Okay, yeah, no, I've usually go far. But I mean, it is what it is, and I feel like it depends. I mean, you do what you can afford.
Of course.
And it's just to enjoy. So
it's important. It's important. Time always important.
Like, babe, just close your eyes. It's okay. I'm the spender. He's not the spender.
Okay.
So that's why.
Yeah. Time away is important, mate. It's important just to, like a new environment, fresh, the faces. 100%. Yeah, it's important. So during this week, we posted on our Instagram story, and the question that we got a few people to answer was what has been your biggest financial or professional achievement in this year? And we got a few of the answers here. We're gonna go through them and just I guess let's go back them if anything comes up. So one person said changing jobs and getting a 10k increase, as we said, right?
Honestly, any increase is a good one.
Honestly, and like even if it's like a 5k increase, that's still an increase.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's still
good.
It's still interesting. Someone else said so from not having a job for 4 months was last year, to working consistently during this year and being able to go on 4 holidays comfortably. So even as we were talking about, I think it's important when like, when it comes to trips and stuff, like, you have a solid amount of income, savings are right, all things are under control. You can start thinking about trips and so on and so forth. So it's definitely it's important still. I've always enjoyed traveling and it's like getting away from like everyday life, like
I think you need it.
Day-to-day office, is important. Someone else said, so I focused heavily on ISAs, bonds, and equity in my financial port, and I hope to do more in 2024. That's big. How are you with like?
Don't ask me. Because I'm gonna say, speak to my husband.
So like, do you? So like, with your do you have any like approaches on like savings or like a certain amount?
Saver, 100%.
Okay.
But when it comes to equity, bonds, and shares, speak to my husband. That is not me. It's something I do want to learn more about. Like I know of it, but it's something doesn't really spark my interest like that. Not in that way. It's something you have to actually learn and understand, like the economic side of it. Do you know what I mean? Which I just don't have the brain capacity for.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
what's your your routine like, you know, you get paid? Like your priorities.
Oh, you have the ISA,
Okay.
savings, and then whatever direct debit. I keep that in the current.
Okay, the current. Okay.
Then I mean, I'm a married person.
Yeah.
Like allowance.
Yeah.
Whatever.
yeah.
That's I hope no one. That's the word that we use in it.
Yeah. That makes sense though, because I always people like are always talking about that, like, oh, like having like shared accounts and stuff. Is that something that like you guys are quite big on, like sharing accounts and personal accounts and having it like a nice balance?
We actually don't have anything shared.
That's quite interesting. So like,
because
yeah,
we don't want to, but I feel like I don't know.
Has been a need to.
We just haven't done it.
Yeah.
But we know he knows everything that comes in. I know everything that comes in.
Yeah.
It's our money. It's
yeah.
But it's just not in shared accounts. Yeah.
I feel like transparency is important.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it is important because I was actually at a few months ago. I was at a men's conference, and someone said, "Oh, like I can't let my wife know everything that I own because if she knows every single thing I own, earn, she will like almost be able to demand certain things." And how he kind of he rationalized it, he said that as a man, like there's got to be some funds that she doesn't know about, so I can plan ahead of some things. Whereas if she's aware of everything and like I know you can afford this, so buy this and buy that, then it can get out of control.
No, that means she's got a bad spending habit. She doesn't see priorities as well. It's everything is. I don't think you have to hide.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to hide per se. I feel like we should be open.
Yeah.
But if we've got a goal.
Yeah.
Then and if I'm taking a mick and it's not allowing us to reach the goal, then like that's my fault.
Yeah.
But if there's money there to be spent, I'm gonna spend it as well. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things there.
Yeah.
But transparency is important. I mean, some people say, I don't know. Some people say I feel like there's benefits to having. I'm like, you can surprise I'm like, how do you surprise each other with shared accounts? Like how?
That's true.
It's hard.
That's so true.
But then I think there's also certain interests that you can get if you've got a certain amount in a certain pot.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I'm quite big on that.
Yeah, and we'll just transfer the money.
Interest rates and
like
stuff.
the other day, he was like, "Oh, make sure you've got this amount in this account that you have, so that we can get the interest by the end of the year." Okay, no problem. I'll just do it to that.
Yeah.
But we both got it as opposed to me. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But all our savings all goes into one. Sometimes, but then sometimes, if the interest rate is good on another side, then so it's just one of those.
I'm quite big on that. With NatWest, they have quite a good interest rate, so I'm utilising that at the moment. And one more, someone said only a small win, but I purchased my car outright. It was a nice feeling. I think that's quite big. And like in this day and age of like finance being like king and being what everyone does, I find that's mine as well. But I think to be able to buy it outright, it must be a nice feeling, right? Yeah. It
must be. I've never done it.
Yeah. A few of my earlier cars I bought outright. Of course, it was a lot cheaper.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's cheaper. Yeah, of course.
But obviously, for like a bigger level car,
there's benefits to having it on finance.
Exactly. There's pros and cons, right?
Yeah, there's pros and cons.
Yeah.
Honestly, just pros and cons.
Yeah. I think with the whole finance thing, I guess it's all about like, you know, what works for you. I guess as someone, if you're starting and you're like a new driver, I think I always kind of say like it's good to get a humble one where you can just use it.
Humble, you can crash it.
You can humble, do you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's humble, whereas and also like scratches and stuff, you know, small things that happen.
Yeah.
Whereas but then
this day and age though.
Yeah. You know what I've also noticed as well, like I've started to get some like scratches that I can't explain, man. It's jarring. Like, some scratches that like I didn't do this. It's just jarring, but ultimately, I think you do what's what's
if
best
you're
for you.
living in the blocks, why do you have a fancy car parked down? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like you're asking for people to come and scratch your car.
That's so true. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Like you're asking people to come and scratch up your car. Do you know what I mean? It's so funny if you actually drive around really nice areas where rich people live.
Yeah.
And you look outside, you're not going to see the nice cars. I don't know if you've noticed a lot of the cars. I'm like
humble cars, isn't it?
Humble cars. They actually use their garage for their cars. Other people use it for storage. They actually use it for their cars. Or they've got some underground garages and stuff like that. But I'm trying to say it comes with the lifestyle. Like, You're not gonna see the nice Lamborghini parked on the side of the road.
Yeah.
For who? For people to come and, you know what I mean?
And
It's whatever.
You just become a target, and it's unfortunate that like it's come to that, but in society, it's the harsh reality of it, innit? Like you do become a target. It's just how it is. Yeah. Yeah. I think I had a conversation with someone about that a few months ago about like I'll be walking through like Limehouse or Whitechapel, and it's like humble areas, like estates, and that's cool, and like. And you'll see that the latest plate BM is like, oh wow, okay. So it's just like I guess everyone, but then you could also say it's easy to say that when to get a house is X amount and to finance a car is only like £300 a month. So someone will weigh that up, and some people will make that choice.
Yeah, everyone. Your priority is.
Whoever
go for it, do it. Don't live. Listen, social media's fake. Don't let it tell you what to do. Do what you want. Do what makes works sense for you, and what makes sense.
Yeah. And the last one we'll do. Someone said another year of grinding. My 9 to 5 and promotion due at the start of next year. So thank God, man. That's good news, man. That's good news. Promotions is always quite tricky, especially with like your workplace. It might not always be. Sometimes is a team shape issue. Like if the team,
if they don't move, that's why. Oh my gosh! One day my manager told me that she's like, if I don't move, you guys, you're not moving.
No one's going nowhere.
That's when I said, bye.
Wow.
I handed in my notice. I said, wow, that's even cheeky of you to even say that.
Wow.
I thought, wow, that is so evil.
Yeah, but,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, but it is, because doesn't mean I want to take your position. I don't want to be where you are, but because you don't progress means I can't. Wow, you are holding. That's not good. That's not good. I feel like a good manager is a manager that
to see you push,
they all
see
move
you progress.
Up. That is a good manager. If everyone you're managing is still on the same place, what does that say about you?
That's true. Oh, that's true. I never really thought about it like that, because I guess, but like in some organizations, like it's hard for like every single person to move up. But I guess that's how.
Then
like,
the organization is not doing well, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
You should not be there.
Yeah.
Like, how can we all need to progress together? Do you know what I mean? Even if it's okay, go add a little senior to my title, but that will at least, like you done that can help me get something else.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit more money, like whatever it is. Give me a bit more responsibility. How can you not? Like, how can that not be possible? Then I don't think that's a really good business.
Yeah.
I don't think that company is great.
Yeah, it's true.
Go into the director.
Sometimes,
that's
yeah.
awful.
Sometimes I guess the triangle or the structure of the business, like if this person doesn't move, then no one else is going nowhere. But beneath them, like,
but it's not right.
That's not good. Still, that's not good. But anyway, it was I appreciate you for jumping on. It was a great episode to talk about different topics and areas, and especially with heading into a new year of like a shift of approaches and mindsets, and with anything heading into the new year that you're particularly excited for, or even in a professional level, like anything particularly excited for, or just business as usual.
As I said, where the money goes, where the money is, Vanessa goes. I've been seeing some things, so I'm gonna go.
Of course.
So I mean, I've sowed a lot this year, so I just want to see it like reap. So hopefully, where I've sprinkled properly, nurtured, I will see it grow.
Reaping at the right time. Amen, man. Amen. So, guys, if you enjoyed that episode, please ensure that you like, you comment, you subscribe. Of course, ensure that you get at Vanessa's socials as well. We'll put it in the description. And have a great week, guys, man. It was great. Peace.